Good evening, crafters, coming at you with a little bit of a special. If you guys don't know, maintenance just ended. 600 Freemo gems, the equivalent of 4 wishes for the account, have been added. I got the mail, I converted them, we're ready to go with that. New banners are here. Let's pull them up. On banner 1, we have the new 5-star character Alhaitham. For the 4 stars, they've chosen Yunjin, Jinyan, and the new 4-star character, Yao Yao. And then the option for the other 5-star is Zhao, the Anemo King. On the weapons banner, they have the Light of Folar Incision and the Primordial Jade Winged Spear. Nothing new on the standard, but we do have 4 hot wishes in our pocket that I want to close this stream with. So we're not going to be doing them right this second. Instead, what I want to do is I would like to do the trial runs, the test runs for the 2 5-stars and the 3 4-stars, and give you feedback about how I feel after doing them, because it gives you a pretty good idea of how the character is going to scale. So let's go ahead and open the test runs, and we're going to actually start at the far right. I don't want to showcase the 5 stars first. I would like to start by showcasing the 4 stars. So let's start with Jin Yan. We're going to pull up Jin Yan. This is a character that I don't have any experience with. I've never pulled her, despite her being available as a pull on the character banner as like a rare, and also available as a non-rare on the standard banner. So it says character description. Upon casting her elemental skill, Jinyan will swing her instrument, gaining different levels of Pyro Shield based on the number of opponents hit. At its maximum level, the shield will continuously deal pyro damage to surrounding opponents. Jinyan's elemental burst will literally blast her opponents with a sound wave, which is followed by a trail of scorching flames. This attack deals physical and pyro damage. Additional elemental orbs will drop during the trial event challenge to facilitate the testing of the trial character's elemental burst. So basically, they are letting you know you're going to have an increased rate for her burst usage during the trial, but it's because they're trying to give you the premium experience of Jinyan. How do I see your stuff? I know it's possible. There we go. We're going to go ahead and open Jinyan. And for our team, you can see up top, they gave us a Kaya and a Lisa to test this 4-star out. She is level 80, and the weapon they gave her is the White Blind, a craftable claymore, if I'm correct. This White Blind is Refinement Rank 1 and is level 80. And they gave her a 4-piece Noblesse set, which gives her 20% elemental burst damage, and using an elemental burst increases all party members' attack for 20% for 12 seconds, but it cannot stack. As you can see, no constellations, and they've made all of her talents tier 8. So she has 3 talents. She has her normal attack called Dance on Fire. Her R2 attack is Sweeping Fervor, and then Riff Revolution is her burst. Fun fact about Jin Yan, management saved 22 pulls for the drop of the new banner, and she wants Zhao. She performed 22 pulls, and she got a C1 Jin Yan, and a C1 Young Jin, and a C0 Jin Yan. She was actually hoping for a Yao Yao and a Zhao, so she also got a 4-star weapon, the Rust. So she wanted to tell you guys about that. She's like super excited. Yeah, so that's basically what we're working with. We got 17,000 HP, 1,600 attack. Let's go ahead and throw her in the arena, see what happens. We're going to try not to use the other characters, as this is a test for Jinyan, not a test for Kaya or Lisa. They've already had like their test runs and stuff like that. The only thing, if she dies, I will swap to Lisa. and then Kaya. But I don't anticipate her dying. These trials are usually pretty easy. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we got Hurley Churl, some slimes. Wow. No, I actually hit. Wow is my unusual luck with hitting an R2 right off the bat. Usually I'm sloppy with my first R2, and I spam it at the wrong time. But in this case, I got it right on cue. Oh, another one. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let's go ahead and group these guys up, because usually bursts need a little bit of groupage. Now that they're on top of me, oh, that is a sweet burst. Coming in hot with a pyrotechnic display. Definitely seeing some big numbers from Jin Yan physical DPS wise. Liking the physical DPS for sure. Oh, management just pulled up a picture of the voice actress. Very different. Very interesting. Very intriguing.
Wait, she does Barbara too?
Wait a minute, I'm sorry, she voices Barbara? How am I dying? It says one Hurley Churl that's shooting me. These Hurley Churls that are not playing nice.
Okay. Barbara, I need some.
There we go.
Oh my God, it is.
Wow,
It's the same voice actress.
that's unbelievable. That's a lot of range that she does both Barbara and Jin Yan. Wow.
How?
Facts you learn every day, crafters.
There's no way. There is no way in God's earth. It's the same voice actress.
Come on, Jin Yan. You're dying here. Give me a little bit of pyro. Alright, a little bit. She's down to about 8k health. Not loving that for me. This dude's beating me up with his little flaming blade. But we're gonna keep going. Oh, we got her skills up again. Dodge, dodge, dodge. We don't want the swing attack. He's literally our last one. We just have to make it through him. That's crazy. Oh yeah, I don't think that I've tried her swing attack yet. Is it just back and forth? Oh, it's a typical circle. Okay. So it's just your standard circle attack. Alright. Come on, finish this target. Sweet. Alright, challenge has been completed and we can leave the challenge grounds. That's crazy that she voices two different characters, two extremely different, the deaconess of a church on one hand and a rock star. It's like Barbara. That is incredible flex. So you learn something every day here on Kitty Craft. Wow. Wow. It's crazy, but thoughts on the trial? I could see her on my team, but the but just kind of comes with she would definitely need to be like in the support role. I don't see her as a DPS or sub DPS. I see her as like Rosaria's slot. She would be a not a main fielder for me. I thought her trial, I'd give it 3 out of 5 stars. As for me, she just didn't really bring the clap. Considering she's a 4-star character, not a 5-star, I understand there's some damage differences. But, I don't know, I didn't like what I had to see, and if I pull her, cool, but she's not going to be somebody that I'm going to be super excited about. Trying to get to the claim. We're going to take all of our stuff. Some of the stuff we got 3 treasure hoarders pieces, 3 violet grass, and 15,000 mora. Let's go ahead and complete Miss Jin Yan's. Miss Yun Jin's. I don't know why I confused the two. Yeah, they're absolutely nothing alike. My apologies, crafters. It's been a long day. So we're going to go in and do Miss Yun Jin. Yun Jin I did pull on my main account and have a little bit of time with her. The reason I chose not to level her is that the boss she requires is the Golden Wolf Lord. And after researching the boss, not fun. Also, for the free-to-play, it's going to be a bit of a problem because where the Golden Wolflord boss is not an area that I have open yet. So if I do pull a Yunjin, she's going to get to 20 and have to be put on hold until I can access her area. Let's read her character description together. Yunjin's elemental skill deals geo damage. Holding the skill button will increase its damage and AoE. While using this skill, Yunjin will create a geo shield for herself. Yunjin's elemental burst deals AoE geo damage and will grant nearby characters a flying cloud flag formation. While under its effects, characters will deal bonus damage based on Yunjin's current defense when they deal normal attack damage to opponents. Additionally, additional elemental orbs will be provided so that we can get the best test of her. Go ahead and pull her up on screen. This copy of Yunjin is a level 80, 17,000 health, with about 1,100 attack, 1,700 defense. They're rocking her with the prototype Star Glitter, level 80, rank 1. She has a 4-piece Husk of Opulent Dream set, which I'm completely not familiar with. It says a 2-piece of this set provides 30% defense, and a 4-piece of the set is a story in itself. It says a character equipped with the artifact set will obtain the Curiosity effect in the following conditions. When on the field, the character gains 1 stack after hitting an opponent with a geo attack, triggering a maximum of once every 0.3 seconds. When off the field, the character gains stacks every 3 seconds. Curiosity can stack up to 4 times, each providing 6% defense and a 6% geo damage bonus. When 6 seconds pass without gaining a Curiosity stack, 1 stack is lost. So that's what that set does. No constellations, and her talents are all at 8. Her normal attack is called a Cloud Grazing Strike. Opening Flourish is her R2, and her triangle is called the Cliff Breaker's Banner. Alright, let's give her a test, and I'll give my thoughts afterwards. Alright, Yunjin, let's get in here. Let's do our thing. Okay, a little Crystallize. Nice. Nice, nice. I'm gonna go ahead and shield her up with Noelle. And then, that way she'll be completely safe and protected during this trial, so I can focus on looking at her attack patterns, how much she's hitting for, things of that nature, things that you would want to know, because obviously they're showcasing these characters at what they believe to be a peak of their ability. Otherwise, they would give you, a 20. They're clearly trying to show off what a build for this character would look like when it's considered mostly built. Because if you guys are unfamiliar with Genshin's build strategy, after reading some core things on their own site, it's led me to believe that they don't intend for you to take most of your characters to level 90. In fact, they kind of recommend that parties kind of stay to level 80 for the most part, and then you push up the characters you really want to main, you really like, you really want to be around. You take those specific characters to 90. 90 is supposed to be like a rite of passage, as opposed to all the other levels. So 80 is like peak performance, and then 90 is just like an extra 10 levels to kind of showcase what your character can do. And if you want to main the character, it gives them additional abilities, and it makes life a little bit easier for them, if that makes sense. So I think that's why they give you level 80 characters to enjoy during the trials, so you can see what the buffs do, how they play, things like that. I used both the characters in this case because Yunjin's abilities are a buff set, so she's meant to be used with another Geo to kind of buff their strengths. And I did see at one point that Noelle did hit a 6k. Now that could have been a crit from Noelle, but it could have also been a boost from Yunjin as well. So, one last 4-star, and then we'll get to the moment everybody's waiting for, the review of the 5-star characters. again on banner, we have Zhao, a returning character who's been on banner, I think you said 2 other times. Our research has led us to believe this is his 3rd banner. If that's not correct, correct me in the chat, correct me in the comments. But I believe during our research we found this is his 3rd banner. And obviously Alhatham's a new Dendro character. This is his premiere. So before we jump into the next one, I do want to give my thoughts on Yunjin. I thought she has a time and a place. And while I could see her supporting my Noelle on my free-to-play, I think the reason I didn't use her on my main account is because she came to me kind of late, and by that time I already kind of had my setups for things. So let's go ahead, get that payment for doing Yunjins, Glazed Lilies, and Damaged Masks. Nice. Alright, let's try out the new 4-star Miss Yao Yao. Let's jump into her trial and check it out. Management's rechecking it. She says that this may only be his 2nd banner, but I don't think that's right because I've seen people pull him on more than 1 banner. I believe this is his 3rd time. Again, correct us in the chat, correct us in the comments if that's incorrect. Character description. Yao Yao's elemental skill summons Yugui throwing mode, which will continuously throw exploding white jade radishes that will heal characters and deal dendro damage to opponents with the explosion radius. Her elemental burst will see her enter the Adepti Legacy mode, gaining increased movement speed and dendro res. In this state, she will continuously summon white jade radish throwing UG jumping mode until the maximum number of characters are reached. While she is in the Adeptal Legacy state, the white jade radish explosions will heal all nearby characters. Elemental orbs will drop during the trial event challenge to facilitate the testing of her burst. Alright, before we get into it, you guys know how the process goes by now. This is a level 80 Yao Yao, 30,000 health, 1,200 attack, with 790 defense. Her weapon is the Favonius Lance in this trial, and she has a 4-piece Deep Wood Memories set. A 2-piece of this set provides 15% dendro damage bonus, and a 4-piece of this set states after elemental skill or burst hits opponents, the target's dendro res will be decreased by 30% for 8 seconds. This effect can be triggered even if the equipping character is not on the field. She's paired with Jingling and Lisa for this trial. Let's go ahead and show off the new 4-star and what she can do. We need to defeat 15 opponents. Oh, it's actually his 4th.
He was released in February of 21.
Wow.
Then his next banner was January of the next year. So it was like 11 months later.
So he was released in 21. And
then his next banner was in May. So January to May.
he had two banners in 22, and then this banner in this current. So this is actually his 4th banner. Thank you, management, for the clarification.
He was released in February, and he didn't have a rerun for a whole year.
Wow. Alright. Nice. Alright.
He's been with 2 of these people that are on his banner now.
Alright. Down to 5 more things to take out. Let's group them up. Take them out. That's a lot of dendro damage on the screen from a 4-star. Like a lot. We got healing, dendro proc, not to mention her own damage. She seems kind of low, but she doesn't come across as a damage dealer. But for Dendro application, man, I'd say she's on par with Tighnari, which is crazy. Just like her Dendro application, like I feel like Kalia is kind of weak Dendro application. That's why, even though I'm trying to get her from the abyss, like if I pulled a Yao Yao, I no longer need a Kali because I feel like she does apt Dendro application. I would give a solid, I feel like a solid 4 out of 5 for Yao Yao. Brand new character out of the box. I feel like she has solid Dendro application. The reason I'm taking away 1 point is kind of the attack is low. And even for a support character at 80, I kind of feel she should be hitting harder than 400. The best attack I saw was like 400. I don't know if that was weapon choice or what the case was, but she was not doing a ton of damage, but she was healing, and her Dendro damage was on point. So I feel like she's an excellent support character, but again, not somebody that's going to be like a main. Alright, let's go pick up our payment, and then we'll start with our first of the 5 stars, which will be Mr. Zhao. Let's go ahead and pick it up. She got some slime condensate and some chilies. Alright, Mr. Zhao, let's go ahead and have a try, sir. So this is Mr. Zhao's 4th attempt coming through on the banners. So he was released in 21, had 2 different banners in 22, and he's coming back in 23 for his first time. Who knows if he'll be coming back in 2023? Because apparently he made a double appearance in 2022. Well, it's good to know they listed the people. Oh no, I didn't read his stuff. Oh, okay. We'll have to stay in the area and read his stuff. It's not gonna give me his damage card again, but my apologies, crafters. The damage card I've been reading for all of them.
Oh, you could do it after, just continue.
Oh.
Yeah. Instead of leaving, just continue.
Okay. Okay, we gotta try it. Management says try the pogo sticking. That's a lot better than I thought it would be. And it almost negates the damage he's done to himself. My only thought is just Al-Haytham might not run again anytime soon.
That was way better than yours.
Yeah, so go ahead and close Zhao's run after we continue. Because I want to see his... It's not going to see his card. Okay. It's not going to show his damage card again. That's fine. Again, my apologies. You guys are going to have to read that one on your own.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, but this is a level 80, 19,000 health, 2,000 attack. They have the Primordial Jade Wing Spear, which people are saying that and the Staff of Home are kind of built for him. He has a 4-piece Vermilion Hereafter set. A 2-piece increases attack by 18%. A 4-piece is another legendary story. It says, after using the Elemental Burst, this character will gain the Nascent Light effect, increasing their attack by 8% for 16 seconds. When the character's HP decreases, their attack will further increase by 10%. This further increase can occur this way a maximum of 4 times. This effect can be triggered once every 0.8 seconds. The light will be blank when the character leaves the field. If an elemental burst is used again during the duration of Nascent Light, the original Nascent Light will be depleted. Apologies, like the background and the green text do not go well together. So, no constellations, but they did give him level 8 Whirlwind Thrust, level 8 Wind Cycling, and level 8 Bane of All Evil. So that's Zhao. Again, sorry we didn't get to see his card, but that's the idea of Zhao. So the dilemma is I have 4 wishes prepared for the banners. I've already built some pity before the banners dropped. And the dilemma is which banner to place those 4 wishes on. Because if I were to get a 5-star tonight, which 5-star would I want to come home? Would I want the man who's on his fourth banner to come home? Because fourth banner says to me he's already run a lot, and he may or may not run again for this entire year. Or do I want to pull for the brand new 5-star Dendro character, who may end up getting Zhao'd and not have an appearance for an entire another year as well? As a difficult decision and something I have to consider, I would say we'd have to weigh the pros and cons before making the pull. So, thoughts on Zhao? Amazing damage. I don't like that he hurts himself, but I do like his damage, and I could see if you combined it with other things, it would be just absolutely insane DPS. Huge benefits for my free to play for sure. I think I would give him a solid 4 out of 5 stars. I'm taking a star for the fact that his triangle does hurt him. For this run, we got 20 Primo Gems, 3 Slime Condensate, and 3 of the Q Flowers. Last up is Alhaitham. Let's give the new 5-star Dendro a run for his money, and hopefully this trial will help me with my choice tonight. Like I said, I've got 4 wishes, and I only want to wish on one banner. So will it be Zhao or will it be Alhaitham? Hopefully this trial sorts it out. If not, we're going to have to go over the pros and cons of both characters. Let's try not to mess up. We'll read this character's description again. I'm sorry about Zhao. Alhaitham performs a thrust when his elemental skill is used, generating chisel light mirrors and causing his normal, charged, and plunge attacks to be temporarily converted to Dendro damage. When chisel light mirrors are presented, these attacks will also activate projection attacks when they hit the opponents, within the power of said projection attacks being determined by the number of mirrors present. Alhaitham's elemental burst will deal multiple instances of Dendro damage to opponents in quick succession. If chisel light mirrors are present, they will be consumed to increase the number of damage instances. After the ability is unleashed, new chisel light mirrors will be created based on the number of said mirrors consumed. Elemental orbs will drop during this challenge to facilitate the burst. Alright, before we get into anything, here is Alhaitham, level 80, 19,000 health, 1200 attack, 800 defense. Weapon on him is the Light of Foliar Incision, which I believe is a brand new sword coming in with him. It's a level 80 refinement 1. His artifact set is a 4-piece Gilded Dreams. A 2-piece of the set increases elemental mastery by 80. A 4-piece, within 8 seconds of triggering an elemental reaction, the character equipping this will obtain buffs based on the elemental type of other party members. Attack is increased by 14% for each party member whose elemental type is the same as the equipping character, and the elemental mastery is increased by 50 for a party member with a different elemental type. Each of the aforementioned buffs will count up to 3 characters. This effect can be triggered once every 8 seconds. The character who equips can still trigger if they're not on the field. He's paired with Fischl and with Barbara. No constellations, and his talents are normal attack is deductive reasoning. Then he has the universality and elaboration on form, and a particular field, fetters of phenomena. Okay, thank you, sir, for that puzzle. Let's go ahead and give him a try and see how Alhaitham performs. Alright, we gotta take out 20 opponents. Let's get it. Alright, 3 slimes down, nice. What else you got for him? Get back in there. Get back in there. The big boy is just causing havoc. But that's alright. Management is exploring the brand new area of Sumeru. So. He's down to 3k health. This is not the Tea Crafters. We're running for our life slightly. Okay, okay. His triangle got us pretty far. And with 3k health, he performs a beautiful finish. I think that was more me than him. I got really excited by his attack patterns because he like flips his sword backwards and it's just really cool looking. And I think I wasn't paying attention to his health because I forgot people even have health. Very cool character. I'd give him a 5 out of 5 stars, the only 5 out of 5 I'm giving for this trial, and I'm not being biased based on him being a new character. I think he does an incredible amount of Dendro, an incredible amount of DPS, and I think that if I understood how I was playing with him, he probably wouldn't have lost as much health. And I think he just has, a lot of connotations going into the future as far as the teams you could build with him. I feel like he is going to slot into any team you put him on, and he's definitely going to be a DPS man. Could you imagine pulling a Kaching and he and her just popping off all day with applications? What I did find interesting was the trial piece for Alhaitham seemed different than the trial we were presented. Um, During his trial run for beta, it seemed like he was just a copy of Kaching, but then when we get the trial, he has his own flair. So he has sand grease pupas and faded red satin. To get the pupas, apparently it's just found in the deserts of Sumeru, and recommendation is found in wind nut tunnels. Management was asking where they might be, so we did get a total of 40 primos from that. So let's see if we got any additional wishes for completing those trials. We did not, sadly, but you can see we got the 4 wishes up there. Before we do that, we're going to go in and claim everything we've got for Battle Pass. My apologies, I don't want to watch that video for the 51st time. But this is the new Rhythm and Rhyme. Battle Pass period is going to be 40 days. So this is the new Battle Pass run. If you haven't seen the video, I'm sure if you play Genshin, you'll have about 7,000 opportunities to see it. They play it very often. And I did get credit for a couple of things I did before. So we've already got 570 BEP just starting the Battle Pass off. Sadly, it didn't grant us a level, but we'll take it. Did I get any new missions? No new missions. So yeah, those are the new characters. That's a little bit of a look at their trial. Again, I'm sorry I didn't read Zhao's piece. I got excited about getting a trial with Zhao. So here we are on the banners. I'm going to start with Zhao's banner first, and I'm going to start with the pros of pulling Zhao. And these pros relate to my free-to-play and only to my free-to-play. These are not like general pros. My first pro, I have 3. My first pro is the only Animo characters I currently have are the Animo Traveler, who I'm soon going to be changing out for a Geo version, and Sayu. And Sayu's boss is not in an area I currently have, so I currently really only have access to an Animo Traveler, so having a 5-star Animo would be a massive bonus. That's reason 1. Number 2, while he does use a polearm, which is not my favorite of the weapons, like out of the weapons, Claymore and polearm are kind of towards the bottom of my list, but I think that he has a variety of attacks between his burst and his R2. He's got a lot of variety in his playstyle. I like that. And number 3, he has a nice presence. He looks great art style wise, and his voice is great. And I guess as a bonus tip, what management said, I played his story on my main account, so I have a little bit of, I wouldn't say it's so much knowledge as sympathy for this character. And if you haven't played, I'll spare you the details, but I'll just say I have a lot of sympathy, so I feel like I have a connection to Zhao already. I have 2 cons for the Zhao banner. The biggest con is that his triangle damages him, and he has to negate that damage by constantly doing damage to other characters, which sounds very bounceable, and I will always have a healer on the team, so probably something I can learn to work with, but I don't really like that as part of his kit. My other main negative is I really am not a fan of the pogo sticking. And while I understand as management says you don't have to, I feel like that is a Zhao, um, how to say it, like a Zhao.
Reason why it is.
I don't know how to come across with that. I'm just gonna say that's like a Zhao thing. Everyone on the internet showcases their Zhao doing the pogo stick thing. And I kind of feel like if you don't pogo stick with Zhao, then you're kind of like not using Zhao correctly. So those are my two major cons with Zhao. Um, Also, I'm going to put this out there as a minor con. I don't like that this is his fourth banner when characters like Shinha have had one run and have never come back. So
That's not his
I
fault.
I don't like that because it shows that clearly people are there's favoritism in the community and that this is number 4 when I've heard a lot of other characters haven't had that ability. So now we're going to move on to the brand new character. I'll hate them. Pro 1, he's a brand new 5-star. Pro 2, he's a new Dendro character, which previously before this banner there were only Kali, Tainari, and Nahida. Um, and you could move your Traveler to Dendro if you wanted to. This banner is bringing in 2 brand new Dendros that I think are both Sawsome and Poppin'. So that's pro number 2. Pro number 3, I saw what he can do at 80, and I liked every second of it, and I would enjoy building him and spending time with him, knowing where we're headed. Pro number 4 would be I really like his visual art style. I like his clothes are all black. That's something very distinct from the other characters. A lot of the characters, they're bright colors like reds and oranges, and they really stand out. He is darker, and so the green pops even more. And his voice is so dreamy. Now for the cons of Alhaitham. 1, he's a brand new character, meaning this is his first banner, and he'll definitely get a rerun at some point in the future. 2, the only thing I can say is for 2 it feels like he would be could slot into almost any team or any composition. Maybe he would get old with his playstyle. Because some people say that swords are like the most boring playstyle. Those are the only 2 cons I could really come up with. While I haven't been keeping track, it did feel like I had more pros for Alhaitham and less cons with Alhaitham. But there is one more fact that we have to talk about. My free-to-play has Zhao's boss available. Alhaitham's boss is similar to Yunjin in the fact that I cannot access that area, and he would literally be another Kujosara just sitting there where I want to level him. I want to give him cherishment and love and be supportive to Alhaitham, but I don't have the ability to do so. For that reason, and that reason alone, our 4 pools tonight will be on the banner of Zhao. I hope you guys understand that it's simply a resources aspect for me, and while I think both characters are great, I have access to Zhao's stuff. And I don't have access to Alhaitham's. So tonight's 4 pools are all going to be on Zhao's banner. I may change my mind if I don't get a 4-star tonight, or a 5-star tonight. But that's something for us to discuss at another time, another location. Let's go ahead and have management do our 4 pulls without any more chatting, any more conversation. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and pop off these 4 pulls. Alright, as expected, the first one's a blue. What did I get? I got a Harbinger of Dawn. Nice. Number 2. Can I get a purple here? I can get a purple. Sweet. Give me a new character. Give me somebody I don't have. There's the brand new Yao Yao Dendro character. Definitely gonna be somebody I'm gonna want to use. Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go for a 3rd pull. Can I get a double 4-star? Do you guys think I can do that? Magic Guide. And our last pull that we've gotten for tonight. No.
You got a new 4-star.
I got the brand new 4-star Yao Yao. Welcome to the team, Miss Yao Yao. We've saved a little bit of time at the end for you to go ahead and familiarize yourself, introduce yourself, and be here.
For her.
Yeah, apparently I picked up another halberd, so let's go ahead and get that equipped.
You want that?
Now we're gonna go ahead.
It's so cute in her hand.
We're gonna go ahead and give her halberd as a gift. Welcome to the team. So I'm gonna go ahead and go down to profile, and we're gonna let Miss Yao Yao introduce herself to not just the team, but to you guys.
Oh, that's a long dude.
All right, Yao Yao, what do you have to say to the crafters?
Hello, I'm Yao Yao, a lone disciple of the Adeptus Streetwear Rambler. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. If you encounter any difficulties outdoors, then let me help you. Oh, by the way, I brought some fried radish balls with me. Help yourself. Don't eat too many, though. Too much oily stuff is hard work for your body. If you're still hungry, I also brought a freshly washed radish and some vinegar. So I could make you a shredded radish salad if you want.
All right, so that was her hello. In the style of Kitty Craft, we're gonna go ahead and ask about Yao Yao pole arm training.
It's not that I'm lazy. It's just the spear's too long for me. And it's so heavy that training with it is really hard work. Luckily, Master doesn't push me too hard.
I wonder who Yao Yao's master is.
I know, that's what it said before.
It's interesting. Something to share.
Osio? Oh, you mean that jumbo-sized octopus from the Sea of Clouds? Not because I want to eat it or anything, but if you guys wanted to, you should definitely cook it through on the grill first. Oh, wait. I mean, you don't have to grill it, but I just think it would taste better that way.
All right, let's ask her about interesting things.
I love finches. Whenever I go to play with Chi-Chi, I look out for them on my way there. And when I find them, I say hi. Yep. Good morning. That's exactly what it means. Well done.
All right, more about Yao Yao 1.
Want to know where I'm from? Well, my parents are hermits who live up in the mountains. I guess you could say that I'm from Chingsa village.
Yao Yao's hobbies.
Says that joy hides just beyond the horizon, and bliss is as fleeting as the setting sun. So, whenever I notice anything fun going on, I always gotta go check it out. And you never know, maybe I'll find something I can help with.
Yao Yao's troubles.
Spear training is really kinda boring. Maybe I'll go play with Uruguay for a little bit, and come back and do some more training after I've had a break.
Favorite food.
Stir fry, come and get it, boiled fish. Lots of Liyue dishes are not only delicious, they also turn meal times into a big event. Oh, you like them too? That's great. You'll have to come over for dinner sometime. I'll cook for you. Don't worry, I've helped Xiangling in the kitchen before, so it's safe to say that I come from good stock where food is concerned.
Least favorite food.
One time, Shenhe ate too many Tingshin in one go and she was sick for days. And that's why I've got to take care of myself and not eat raw Tingshin. How did I know about that? Auntie Cloud Retainer told me.
Does anybody else hear that last line?
Cloud
Anti-cloud retainer told me. Anti. Like, is anybody else like, this girl is Adeptus blood?
Wait, the same cloud retainer that did Shinha?
The only cloud retainer? That cloud retainer?
I thought it was Steven Parker.
That's crazy, dude. Alright, well, thank you for introducing yourself. Yao Yao is voiced by Kelsey Jafar. She was born March 6th. Her affiliation is the Streetward Ramblers Abode. She has the vision of Dendro, and her constellation is Osmanthus. Isn't that the name of the wine?
Mantis wine?
Like, just Osmanthus, but isn't that the name of the wine that Zhongli really likes? It says Streetward Rambler's youngest disciple, a gentle and caring little adult. With everyone else, let's go ahead and read her character details. The Adepti faithfully adhere to the contract that they have with Rex Lapis and have thus defended Liyue for millennia. When danger arises in Liyue, the Adepti are sure to come forth, and they do show up from time to time when the land is at peace. Oh, didn't mean to scroll down that way. Sometimes they do so to punish those who harbor evil in their hearts, and sometimes they intervene to save the imprisoned. And if they happen to meet someone with a destiny intertwined with that of the Adepti way, they will take them as disciples and teach them their arts. Among the Adepti, Streetward Rambler is among those who interact more with the mortals. She has a great many disciples, the youngest of whom is named Yao Yao. Yao Yao is both talented and inquisitive, and while she is still very young, thus limiting her ability to take fully in what she has been taught, and causing no small amount of innocuous mistakes in the process, she will in time become a most knowledgeable girl. She also possesses a gentle and caring nature, and she treats people with earnesty and generosity. Not only does her master favor her, but her senior disciples and other elders in her life, too, very much dote on her. Most will never have the fortune to enter the Adepti abodes in Jungyu Karst, but Yao Yao comes and goes between them both freely and often. Indeed, the love she receives from the Adepti at her young age is quite an enviable matter. Alright, I look forward to reading more about your story. Welcome to the team. You're welcome with open arms, even though you're not my first polearm, definitely. And I have high hopes for your future on the team, truthfully, as you're not just our first Dendro, dubs in the chat for that, but you're also our third healer. Watch out, Barbara. Yao Yao might be coming for you. Hashtag maybe. Hashtag probably. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and give Yao Yao some materials to support her journey. We've already gifted her a weapon. Let's go ahead and gift her some of our energy. I've got 143 of the green books, so let's start there and see if we can't get her to give us a standard wish tonight. It looks like 121 of those books will do it, so I'm going to go ahead and get her from 1 to 20. HP goes from 1030 to 2647. Attack goes from 61 to 90. Defense goes from 63 to 162. I have been told she scales with HP. We do have the materials to ascend her, and I'm not even going to hold any punches. I'm going to just straight ascend this girl. She's now at 20 of 40. She's unlocked a new talent called Star Scatterer. Her base HP went from 2,647 to 3,417. Her base defense went from 162 to 209. Base attack 86 to 99. HP is at 0, but she does scale with HP. And there is our free wish for ascending her. I am going to go ahead and give her a couple of pieces. I don't know what I have that's any good, but I do have a free 4-star flower that she can hold on to for right now, just to give her a little HP boost. I don't have any 4-star feathers, so we're just going to look for something that has HP on it. This has HP 143 as like kind of a passive, so we'll give that to her. I do have an extra Sans that has an HP percent, so we're going to give that to her right away. You can hold on to that, girly. No 4-star goblets, so we're going to have to dig in the chest and see what we can rummage up. I'm not seeing a bonus for Dendro. I'm seeing a bonus for like everything else. That's a bit of a bummer. Dendro is a hard one, from what I've heard people say. Dendro is a bit of a hard one to get a piece for. Yeah, some people are saying you have to go for a specific, specific set. Yeah, I saw like Cryo and Pyro and like nearly everything else. So let's just go for like a basic. Here's an HP piece. We'll give her an HP piece because she scales with HP, so extra HP is not hurting her. And we do actually have a brand new HP circlet that she can just take. It's a 4-star HP circlet. So there you go, Miss Yao Yao. You actually ended up with 4 free 4-star pieces right off the bat. I know they're not leveled, but they're available and you can totally have them. Meaning my Yao Yao at level 20 has 5,054 health, 152 attack, 239 defense, no elemental mastery, but that's not bad for out of the box in my opinion. Let's go ahead and take a look at her talents in a little bit more depth. We've got a little bit of extra time here. So her first attack is called Toss and Turn Spear. She performs up to 4 consecutive spear strikes, consumes a certain amount of stamina to lunge forward, dealing damage to opponents along the way, and then her plunging attack plunges from midair to the ground to strike below, damaging opponents in the path and dealing AoE damage upon impact. Her next talent is Sky Cluster. Calls upon Yugue Throwing Mode, a special device created by a certain Adeptus to help Yao Yao solve her problems. This skill will be used differently in holding mode. Enters aiming mode if you hold it to throw it in a direction. In general, this skill throws out white jade radishes that will explode upon hitting characters or opponents, dealing dendro damage to opponents within a certain AoE, and healing characters within the same AoE based on Yao Yao's max HP. If a radish does not hit either an opponent or a character, the radish will remain where it is and explode on contact with a character or opponent, or will explode after its duration expires. Throwing mode will choose the radish throw targets. If all nearby characters have more than 70% HP remaining, then it will throw the radish at a nearby opponent. If the nearby characters have 70% or less HP remaining, it will throw a radish at the character with the lowest HP percentage remaining. If no opponents exist nearby, Yugue will also throw white jade radishes at characters if they all have more than 70% HP and less than 100% HP remaining. Otherwise, it will throw radishes into the area at random. That's like a lot to remember. A maximum of 2 instances of UE throwing mode can exist at one time. A radish a day keeps trouble away. Oh, this isn't about radish's medical properties exactly, but it does have some health benefits. Yeah, is the quote at the bottom of that skill. And the last skill she has is her combat talent, be Moon Jade Descent. At the enjoyment of a certain Adeptus Yujui's full potential can be unleashed in an emergency, dealing dendro damage to nearby opponents and entering an, in some sense, unsurpassed Adeptile legacy state. In the Adeptal Legacy, white jade radishes generated will be changed to heal and deal damage according to the skill. Explosions will heal all nearby party members, and the dendro damage that they deal will be viewed as elemental burst damage instead. Summons Yujoi jumping mode at intervals until their limit has been reached. The behavior of this version of Yujoi is the same as that of the Yunjoi throwing mode in the elemental skill Remphis Sky Cluster. A maximum of 3 Yunjoi jumping modes can exist at one time. Yao Yao's movement speed is increased by 15%, and Dendro Res will be increased as well. The Adeptal Legacy state will end once Yao Yao is off field, and all remaining Yunjoi will be cleared once the state ends. Which one of you is actually Yujoi, you ask? Aren't they all Yujoi? Her passive talent is called Star Scatter. While affected by the Adeptile Legacy state caused by Moon Jade Descent, Yao Yao will constantly throw white jade radishes at nearby opponents while she's sprinting, jumping, or running. She can throw 1 white jade radish this way every 0.6 seconds. Her other passive talent, which is locked for us currently, says it in Other Shoes. We'll go ahead and read it anyway. It says, when white jade radishes explode, active characters within their AoE will regain HP every 1 second based on 0.8% of Yao Yao's max HP. This effect lasts 5 seconds, rather. And then lastly, her passive talent is called Tailing on Tiptoes. When Yao Yao is in party, your characters will not startle crystal flies and certain other animals when getting near them. Check the other subcategory of the living beings wildlife section in the archive for creatures the skill works on. This is the exact same passive talent that Sayu possesses. If you guys think I'm messing with you, I will literally show you Sayu. Um, she actually has a different, she calls it Silencer Secret, but it is, in short, the same talent you can see on screen right now. So that's Yao Yao. That's about Yao Yao. Thoughts about this banner would be compared to when we started, it was Yoimiya's banner. Compared to the other banners since the Yoimiya banner, because there's been a few banners since then. I would say I would rank this in the top 3 banners I've had the ability to participate in between my free-to-play and my main account. I'd say this comes in second for me. The number 1 banner would actually amazingly be the banner that just ended, where for my main account I got an Ayato. I really love him on my main account, and I'm sad that Raiden didn't come home for me on my free-to-play, but I'm also excited because that means I'll definitely get a 5-star from this banner set. If anyone's wondering, as kind of a bonus thing, my 3rd banner that I've ever participated in would actually be, in my opinion, Yoimiya's banner. I really enjoy Yoimiya on my main account, and I hope that she has a rerun so I can get her on my free-to-play. My thoughts about this banner, Alhaitham versus kind of like an MVP like Zhao, would be that it's unfair to Alhaitham in my opinion. It seems like they pair a new character with a character that already has a lot of love, and a fan base for sure. And to me, that kind of it takes away some of the new the new drive for the character, because everybody's we know Zhao, we love Zhao, we want Zhao, and necessarily the drive for Alhaitham isn't there unless you already have a C6 Zhao, and pulling a Zhao just doesn't matter to you. So in my opinion, it kind of dampens the mood for some people in the community because they're putting again an MVP versus a brand new guy. With that said, let's let management do our last pull for standard banner. Here it is, guys, better or worse. Looks like it's just sadly going to be a blue for this evening, but one pity is one pity, because as management said, I don't have a 5-star for either banner, so at any point a gold could just pop up on us. Thank you for the debate club. Closing thoughts for this stream would be, thank you for your time, energy, and effort for watching me for this 1-hour period. I'm super excited whether Alhaitham comes home or Zhao comes home. I think both are solid choices. My hope for this banner would be to get bare minimum 1 copy of each character. I'm extremely excited to start with Yao Yao, as I think she's going to give Barbara, my current team captain, run for her money. She's currently my Abyss 2 team captain, but she may end up losing her title to somebody like Yao Yao, especially when Dendro, it's the sauce. It definitely has a lot more to offer, in my opinion. Yeah, Barbara's healing comes with some negative effects that it doesn't seem like Yao Yao has, but we're going to be doing some testing with Yao Yao next stream to make sure that Yao Yao doesn't have any major cons with her healing. As always, stay safe, crafters. If it's hot where you are, cool it off. If it's cool where you are, heat it up. I hope that everybody has a successful run on this banner, and I would encourage you guys, before you pull, play the pros, play the con game, do the trials, do your research, pick whichever character fits your playstyle best. Pull for whichever character makes you happy at the end of the day. And if you really just want the new character, then pull for the new character. If you want an MVP like Zhao, then pull for Zhao. I think they're both, at the end of the day, extremely solid options. And at least from the test runs I've seen with Zhao, you can't go wrong if you pick him. And from the trial, in my personal opinion, Alhaitham seems like a solid choice. So I don't feel like it would be a loss either direction. Which is not how I like banners to go. I kind of want there to be a winner and a loser, so I feel like if I pull on one banner, I get the character I want, and if I pull on the other banner, I don't care, just because the choice is hard. With that said, keep on crafting, crafters. I've already told you guys to stay safe, but you guys stay safe out there. It's been a pleasure to stream for you this evening, a pleasure to participate in this new banner, and I can't wait to unfurl some of the upcoming events and challenges and all that stuff with you guys in the future, maybe even tomorrow. Kittycraft out.